Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, it's beautiful this morning. We are up really early, as usual.
As usual.
And thought we'd bring you along for a little morning chores. And we haven't put up much in the way of videos here recently. You can't see what I can see. You'll see that maybe towards the end of the video as soon as the sun comes up a little more. But it's been another crazy month.
Yeah.
And so we'll do a little bit of everything here today because we are going into town because it's
laundry day.
It's laundry day, and it's a good time for us to go in and upload. And anyway, we'll give you some updates. I got some thoughts that we want to share based on some of the things that have occurred. Little thumbnail moon. Beautiful. Here, you take that. Let's go make up some food. Oh, so glad you could be with us on this crazy adventure we're on.
Sorry, folks, it's kind of dark.
Yeah, hey, wait, I can do this.
You could.
I can do this.
Oh, let there be light.
Well, today we got a few. Come on in here. So I don't feel like I got to scream.
Oh no, you don't have to.
We're gonna feed the pigs, and what we do is we mix up we buy our food in bulk, and it gets ground up. And you can't you can give it to them dry, but it's not easy for them to eat dry.
Yeah, it's not.
So we mix it up.
It's called pig slop.
Yeah, pig slop. And today is their last day. Their last full day.
Last full day here.
So for them, it is the end. It is the end, and
We shouldn't laugh, but
but they've been so frustrating.
They are not a breed we want to deal with again.
No. We've never had the Hampshires. We've had Yorkshire Blue Butt. We've had Berkshire.
Yep.
And this go round we had the Hampshires. And yes, there are things that we could have done different to manage the situation. Especially with their digging. That's one of the big things. But
yeah, we could have, but it was kind of late when they were getting too big and we didn't have a way to do it.
Yeah,
So.
to put the ring in their nose to keep them from digging. So one of the things I want to, throw on the table and get some of your opinions on this too, because I stated this many years ago in our video when we're looking at the things that are going on in the world around us. There always seemed to be somebody who was the savior, and I shouldn't choose that word, but there always seemed to be something that was going to fix the problem for us. The 17th letter and a bunch of other things that have over the last 6-8 years or so. Oh, such and such is going to happen. All these key events, the big things that we were expecting to happen, have not occurred yet. And I always stated that I felt that we were in more of a chaos theory kind of situation because everybody's playing for themselves, and that causes, even though there is a deep state kind of thing, that because each and every one of those individuals is self-concerned, narcissistic, self-indulgent, that those decisions are not going to be uniform per a plan or a schedule. And I never saw there being a self-organizing collective that was going to take down the aforementioned organization. And so that's where we're at. There's a couple of observations that I've made here by some individuals that we've all kind of been following. Some of us do, some of us don't anymore. I still do because, you can always get some good information either way. You listen to all following up. That's the way I felt about it. This is not as much water in here as it should have been from last night. No, it's a lot thicker.
Need to add some. Go to the coop and get some.
No. Well, you know what, I'm doing here, because they need another scoop or so. Actually, I'll do it just a little bit. Let's just get going here. Turn this off.
Oh, you went dark.
It went dark. It went dark. So, one of the things, can you see it in the camera?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so one of the things we've been doing is, there's a lot of projects that T and I have been busy, real busy out here. One of the projects has been putting down mulch. So we've started putting down the mulch. Can you see it good in the camera?
In spots, yes, where the sun's really getting to light it up.
And then I think I mentioned we got the water line run through here to tie these tanks together, and I've gone ahead and run the other water line down to that cabin. And this time I was a little bit smarter.
Just a wee bit, folks. Just a wee bit.
So, with our systems, one of the things that we've tried to explain is you don't want one centralized system. That's the problem that we've had with everything, is everything's centralized. So every one of these units has its own solar, and it'll have its own water and all, But with the power situation, everything's independent. Each building has its own power. Even the greenhouse has its own power. But this time I figured, well, we might want to connect them. You never know, because if certain electromagnetic events occur, and we have to pull out our reserves, well, we only have one reserve, one big reserve, and then that would have to power everything, so we'd want to connect it. And you never know when you want to backfeed, cross-feed, so we went and tied down some direct bury line to that water line to get it in. So lots of things that T and I have been doing. Yesterday we raked everywhere. We shoveled more mulch. I mean, it's gorgeous. When it gets a little lighter, you'll see. And there's Mittens.
Good morning, Mittens.
So with the some of these these events and the bigger calls that have been made, I think it's left a lot of us mentally exhausted, expecting things to occur that haven't occurred. Yet the collapse is still in full progress, and nothing has happened to save or rescue anyone from anything except the actions that they take themselves. So, I know. You guys ready to eat?
Of course they are.
So let's review a few things that have been said. Some of you will recognize these, some of you may not. But about 3-4 months ago, the dollar is going to take a big hit in October and November. We got closer to October, and then the story went to, well, the dollar is going to change or take most of its hit in November. Well, today's the last day of November, and the dollar has continued to go up and up and up. Now, mind you, the dollar's measured against other currencies, so a lot of the other currencies are going down. But what we measured the dollar against would be the precious metals in the last week or so. It's been now, I have been expecting this right before the reverse slingshot, but we'll see how that plays out this next month. But now all the stories have gone, well, it'll all happen in December. Now, we do remember that we'll come. We'll get there. We do remember that all the things that we've learned. So by the end of this month, next month, end of the year, it is the Basel 3 or Basel 4.
It's one of them, I don't remember.
That no bank can hold a contract for a commodity, including the metals, that cannot physically produce it. So you can't have naked shorts. That's supposed to come to an end. So sometime soon, maybe that'll affect it, maybe it won't, because we've seen a lot of rules go into effect and nothing happen. So here's another one for you. Strange July, strange July. Hypnotic November. Okay, that one's been played quite a bit on a certain channel. And, you know, like I said, I listen to all, follow none.
Yep.
And I appreciate a lot of the interesting analysis that this individual's done. Okay? But there are more than... They're getting antsy. I appreciate that kind of analysis because there's some really neat things that he's come up with. Interesting perspectives, interesting stuff. Here, let me take this. Let me go this. And you get... Oh, I'm going to flip you up. Almost dropped it. All right. Can you get both of those? This time, no, I've been grabbing it. So it's all about training. All right. Yep. So if I were to try and do this on the last day there, it wouldn't work too good. Come on. So I won't let them down here because they will tear. Come on. Get. Because they will tear it up. Come on. Let's go.
Come on, big mama.
Come on.
Come on.
Look at this. Right here on my butt. Come on. Come on. He wants to root. No. He needs to come. We can't feed him until he gets up here. Get your butt around there. I don't see. That one knows what's going on. 2 days. Come on. All right, so let her lead. I don't know if this is going to work on camera. You ready? All right, going back. Now I got to get him around here. You hold this. Take her up there and feed her. Give me that stick. All right, dude. Come on. Get back around there. Come on. There you go. Come on. Oh, you're going to be a hard head. Come on. There you go. Come on. Tell you what. There we go. Hard-headed. Go ahead and feed him. All right, so here's the thing. I know you've heard this. There he goes. All right, so we got to be able to load these guys up there to take them tomorrow. Here we go. All right. Get up in there. So, honey catches more shit than flies. Or more flies. God, it's still morning. It's getting lighter. This is good. Let's let them eat. Be careful. This is a slick metal. They don't like it very much, so it's challenging getting them up in here. Yeah. So you got these situations occurring, and yeah, we'll just let them eat till we're ready to move them back. You got these situations occurring that all keep us all off kilter, and a lot of these things that are happening become their own psyops. And for all those people who are prophesizing certain things, most of these, or predicting or whatever, the big events, they end up becoming big letdowns for people who are expecting things to occur. And I think it does more harm than it does good, because psychologically we're all going, yay, there's going to be a fix. There's going to be a fix. Get over here and finish yours.
You dummy.
You eat yours. He is a pig. And
No pun intended.
no pun intended. He's a serious bully. He's a bully. He'll eat hers. Anyway, so T and I have been, working on putting down wood chips everywhere. We've gotten 3 loads up there, and I hope to get at least another 2 or 3 loads. I want to cover this whole section here in a full-on back to Eden style. That section there we're going to leave for tilling, and that section that's over there we're going to leave for tilling. But we're going to go back to Eden style on all of this because of the ground type it is. Once we get 3 or 4 inches to decompose on this, I might till it back. Still got lots of work to do out here. We got a lot of leaf raking to do. You can see I started here, and we got to keep the electric wire clean. So I still got to rake all of this, and then we got to fix all this mess where they dug up holes, and they really did it bad down around those 2 trees down there. And just here in the last week and a half, they've gotten crazy about digging. Uh-oh, hold on, watch out there. No, oh, you're gonna fall.
You dummy.
You big dummy. I can't do this by myself, honey.
Okay.
There's too many here. Hold the camera real quick. So let me get this up here. Oh God, this thing's heavy.
Well, we made it stout for these big guys. Oh, jeez. Excuse me, Mama. Well, you're the dummy.
You wanna go back up? Go back up there?
Come on.
Here. This is almost a... Let's get down, grab that tub. You can take the camera. Grab it.
Come on, Mama.
Here, just set this
You can't go that way, dumb shit. Come on, Mama.
Alright, you watch what you're looking at.
I am.
On the camera. Come on.
Come on, Mama. Oh, shice cough.
Damn it. See, I don't want that happening because it'll mess with their head the next time.
Come on, Mama.
Okay. Put that back over. Here. Yeah, watch your focus. You're the camera woman. I know, but you're pointing everywhere, so let's point it down at these noodle heads. Here. Where's the other stick?
I don't know where.
Oh, I dropped it. Come on, noodle heads. Come on. Let's go. Come on, let's go. So I gotta rake this whole paddock here. I'm gonna move some of that manure up into the garden area. There's actually most of that's composted pretty good. Come on. Get up. Let's go. So tomorrow morning when we feed, we'll drop the gate on that, and that'll be the end of it. The end. Well, there's lots of ends. All that massive fertilizer. Oh my goodness, that all needs to go in the garden. So we got some friends. Was it Three Little Goats Homestead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You go over to their channel, Jamie and Jesse. They've got some American Guinea Coon cross. Okay, the Coon cross American Guineas, and they're smaller pig. They're probably half the size of these, and they're grazers. They're not diggers and rooters. Let's get some water here for these guys. Alright, so in 3 days' time we programmed them, retrained these guys to go feed up in the trailer so that we could load them to take them to market. Right? And, the other day T and I were, here, you go ahead and dump that. the other day, T and I were just absolutely, how should I put this? In almost in awe on the comparison as to the way the elite and the politicians and the bankers do the same thing that we did to these two hogs to get them to go around here and do exactly what we want, to get them to where we want to feed them and whatnot. No matter what frustrations that the pigs have with the ramp and nervousness, well, this doesn't feel secure, and you know, my feet aren't exactly stable here. Grab that in there. Oh, drag it. There we go. Oh. And yet, what do they do for food? There's two things that these animals respect: food and pain. That little skinny wire right there will keep them in. Real simple. This wire isn't even on, and she keeps looking at it. She's like, oh, there's a wire here. Not even on. Because we've disconnected, because it comes across the gate here, around through the barn, and around out here. So this section isn't even hot. But they respect it because of their programming. Never do they question, never do they test. They know it's on, and they've been programmed. And if their food moves, think about the things that have been occurring here lately within the food system. Whatever it takes.
Or whatever
so,
the media tells you.
Yeah. We need to get a little bit more than we did last time. Mm-hmm. I'll throw some dry down over there, keeps them busy. Since they started rooting down there, and oh my God, they've dug,
Dug the China.
Yeah, their little Chinamen keep popping their heads up. We've been putting some food down there. All right, that's good. That's good. You gonna carry it? Yep. Let's go this way. So, a lot of comparisons, a lot of sights or insights. You know, just how much of a animalistic instinct people have. Yeah, it's getting light out. Got a lot of work done on that thing, and I'll tell you what. You gonna close it up? Flip you around here. Tell you what. There was nothing strange about July, in my opinion. Most of the events that occurred around us were just up for par for what's been happening. I'll tell you what. And as far as November, it was not hypnotic. Now, on a personal level, it was a strange November. We had some very peculiar turn of events. I would not have expected individuals to do the things that they did this month. It totally set me back and blew my mind. But, you know, stresses are hard, and people are not capable of dealing with these stresses. You going to go for the birds? All right. So now, take a quick look. We're redoing all the chips here that we did 2 years ago. Amazing. The tree put on so many apples. And we're going to do chips along here, and then we're going to pull out when it gets a little colder and the bees stay in there. We're going to move the hives out. We're going to level that back out and put some chips in. We're actually thinking maybe putting down some paver blocks or something, so that's good and solid. But chips along here, and you can see all along here. That's now a nice, neat path. Oh, it's real nice. It's soft. It'll compact, but in the end, all this we're going to get rid of this here and go into the greenhouse. We've done a thorough job of insulating the strawberries. Still got some more planting to do here. Got to clean out the basil. I like that. That was pretty this year. I mean, the nice border of the basil up against there. Got to clean out the asparagus and get this area cleaned out. So, in retrospect, hindsight being 2020, the things that I said a few years ago have still been playing out. Love all this. We're gonna run chips all the way around the front, around over in there. Oh yeah, it's gonna look good. The ground's gonna need it because of all the organic matter. It will finally work its way in the ground, and eventually, maybe when this is decomposed, we'll put some better grass down. All right, so you guys tell us. We have checked in with you guys in a long time, but tell us what you think. The degradation of the systems is accelerating. Yes, things are happening, but the stories about the stories about big events, and there's a lot of big events. Those stories have not and will not unfold. So your takeaway is this. You really like living in the cities? I'm so glad that we are living in the Garden of Eden that T and I have created out here for ourselves. And we have some good community developing. Let me get this. I want to show you a little something before I sign off. Oops, wrong one. Let me get the other one. And you gotta ignore those things and stay focused on what you can do on a daily basis, because in 2 years, T and I have done incredible things out here. In the 2 years since we've been out here, there's been a massive, it's almost 3 years now, massive degradation and in our systems, to the point where I feel very justified in the warnings that I gave out some time back. T and I did some little milling out of some wood. Let me show you this. We'll get out in the light. So around the tile work in the cabin, the lower cabin, I needed to make a piece of transition. So this is going to get screwed down to the floor. It's going to go over top of the floating laminate that was put in there and edged up against the tile. How do you like that? And this was made out of that bit, one of the, I didn't tell you guys about this, but you all remember the cabin down there and that big old grandpa oak that we wanted to save. Well, last year's late hard freeze, I think, killed it, did it in. So we had that huge log, and then I think I did the milling of it. Might have did a video on that, milling it up. But this is the wood. This is the oak. And I bowed up since I've milled it, but I can screw that down. But that's a transition piece. Making stuff, being able to do things, fix things, build things, create things on your own. There's your solution for all the crazy things going on. No big saviors and no big events, and I suspect, close that back, that's the way it's going to continue. Eventually, yeah, I do think the stock market is going to do a reset to its true value, but it ain't on everybody else's timelines. And that's why, one of the reasons why I stopped doing, all the charting videos was because it occurred to me I was getting made fool of because I knew what was being done. But I also helped me show you the manipulations too, because we could go, here's the chart, this is what's going on, this is what's supposed to happen, we got this wave, that wave, everything's going on, and oh, by the way, look at the paper dump that they did. They don't have that. Now it's so obnoxious. It's not funny now. Let's get up here. She's going to turn the panels. We got Christmas tree. It's one of these spruce. Well, we got some nice ones up here. The cedars. But in my first marriage, I bought one of these and planted it right in front of the house because we had a circular drive that went in front of the house, and I put it there. And it was a little bit bigger when I got it, probably like that. And I put it in the ground. It is at least as tall as that one there. But once we get the piles of mulch out, I think we're going to put it up there. So, see if I can get the lighting right. Gorgeous sunrise. It's beautiful. The camera doesn't do it justice because the light shift that it does.
Weird thing.
Yeah. So we want to say happy holidays. We didn't put up a Thanksgiving video, but we were kind of left stumped by some of these strange turns of events, and still dealing with those issues. They'll resolve themselves. They will. No, they'll get resolved. Mm-hmm. It's just it's amazing to me the issues that we create for ourselves that were totally unnecessary. Yep. So we got to do laundry today, and
a
few other things.
Things.
We miss you guys.
Yep.
And sorry we haven't been putting up material because we've been
busy.
We've been busy just taking care of homestead. Total homestead.
Enjoying life.
Trying to.
As best as possible. That's where I was going.
As best as possible. Trying to. So, anyway,
really appreciate everybody's support that they've given us.
Yeah, a lot of whole lot of this
wouldn't be possible without our supporters.
Yeah, the wonderful people who.
Midnight, you gotta wait, sweetheart. Yeah, I know.
You've already had breakfast.
Honey. You go in and finish your breakfast
in
a minute.
All right, let's say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.